Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Guten Morgen. Monday, people. How goes your fantastic Mondays?
Paint Liquor's back.
Paint Liquor's back.
Yep. Big Bobzilla, Blood Walrus. Hello.
Welcome back, folks.
Rattle Can over on YouTube. Vexing Workshop. What do you mean, Big Bobzilla? What is Twitch drops enabled on Monument Stream? I don't know what that means.
What?
I don't know. Papa Chicken.
Did get a haircut. Why, thank you.
Thank you for the sub. Almost a year.
I'm sick, so my Monday sucked. I'm sorry, Hoosiers.
Or you could look at it as you got a day to rest, which hopefully you did. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. You don't have to screenshot or send me anything, Bobzilla. You can just like type a little quick explanation, though. That would be great. Vector, hello. Ghost Hunter, thank you.
Oh.
Pop-up saying drops are enabled. I don't even know what that means.
Rewards enabled on channel. Subscribe to earn rewards. I don't.
Oh,
at the top
thing. Oh, okay.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I don't know what rewards we have to give people, other than our love and attention.
Our fantastic senses of humor.
Yeah.
Our sparkling personalities.
Something like that. I just used the Monument matte varnish earlier today on this guy, which worked out so swimmingly.
Oops, sir, you're a sad Canadian. Sorry. Come a little south. The promised land.
But yeah. Turns out matte varnish works out real good. Oh, I did say I was going to paint the cat today, didn't I? I love how my brain automatically just moved into, let's paint this other thing.
On the +1 on the sad Canadian train. I don't want to tell you guys. We're so close.
Okay. How do I feel about this? Okay.
When new games come out, streamers usually have rewards for the game. For
Yes.
instance, skins or things for the games. Twitch probably enabled it for everyone. There's probably a setting somewhere you have to turn off to opt out. Probably. I don't know who would be in
too
charge
bad,
of
Twitch.
that.
We're not doing that silly game thing. We're just painting cats. Kitty cats. On stream.
You have a coworker who works from Arizona during the winter? That's smart. Winter's the best time here.
Winter is the best time here. We were just talking about how delightful it is outside.
It's a very nice weekend. It's going to be warm again. Jordan got a nice shout out on the painting phases video today.
Oh, did I?
Did you know this?
I did not. I'm sure they said horribly nice things about me. That Jeff guy. Just a man after my own heart.
Iterator, hello. Big Bob, you didn't want folks gifting subs expecting something in return? Oh, is that what that implies?
No, I had a spectacular time hanging out with the painting phase guys and the element crew when I was at Spiel. They are good folk. And they were joined by the painting phase crew. And I had a delightful time hanging out with all of them.
Brand said, good evening. I want you to know I replaced all my Vallejo with Pro Acryl lines. Such a superior paint. Thank you. No, thank you. That's a big switch. We appreciate it. I'm very happy to hear that you are enjoying your paint.
I'm painting a
What
cat.
tomato? What tomato said, "Hello, friends. I'm kind of grumpy, but here."
I'm kind of grumpy, but I am here.
Well, we're glad you're here, and hopefully we'll help you turn that frown upside down.
Oh, yes.
It was 36 yesterday, 75 by the afternoon. It was 36 yesterday morning, 75 by the afternoon. Welcome to Indiana. Fall, all 4 seasons in one day.
Yep.
Yes.
I love the ones where it's like, hey, chance of rain, and then it snows.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the day, it's sunny and 75
Yeah.
degrees.
David H. Hey, Monument Hobbies. Love your product. Currently painting Blood Angels Retro. Recommendations on how to brighten your orange red closer to Wild Rider red.
So anytime that you're looking to brighten a red, okay, you want to go for something in the peachy range. So when I say peachy, I mean like peach adjacent. And you make peach by adding red and white to orange. So finding a good bright color that is a mixture of, say, orange red and a little bit of white and a touch of orange is going to be what you're going for as an end product. And then if it ends up being too bright, you can knock it back down using red, transparent red. That is how I would do that.
Fox Chicken is kind of sleepy. Wonder who the other 5 dwarfs are. Sure, they're here.
We have them all. They
Chuck
have been
and
here.
Jade both. Hello.
Hello, Chuck. Hello, Jade.
Dressy dwarf. That's one of the 7. I don't think so.
I think not. Young champion.
Be fresh. Hello. Jade said in today's adventures in a fabrication shop, Fireboy showed up before the shift started and quit. Did not give a 2-week notice, did not provide a written note for his employment file. Well, honestly, I'm surprised he stuck it out as long as he did.
I imagine he received some amount of pressure in the form of peers going, "You're dumb. Don't light yourself on fire."
Game delays volunteering for Dopey. David H. said, "Thanks a lot. I'll experiment with your suggestion. When you said peach, I almost immediately thought, wonder what advanced flesh tone would do."
Not quite the right color. It's a little too dark. You're going to want something that's a little bit more rich in saturation. Building up the fur on this kitty.
My quitting note would say, "Take this job and shove it."
I'm using a mixture of Payne's Gray, which is the darker bluish gray color that we've got in here. Bone to desaturate the mixture a little bit more, and white blue.
Hoosier said, "My 10-year-old and I went to a Conquest Last Argument of Kings demo yesterday and learned how to play. Great news, we both loved it, which is good since we each have about 750 points for it. Bad news, we both want to buy a second army."
Very cool.
Bill Robertson said, "Who is this cutie that you're painting?"
She's got a name that we don't want to be repeating around here.
Will it summon her if you say it too many times?
I think so.
She's gonna show up in the middle of the night at your house.
Yep, don't want that. That would be bad, in fact.
Nick, I'm so grumpy dwarf that I missed the skin tone stream for the arm on this paste. You can't be grumpy. Wad Tomato already claimed it. We can only handle one grumpy at a time.
You can also go check out all the VODs. The VODs are here.
Yes, all of
For
them
life.
are on YouTube. So should be able to locate it. Hoosiers, you can have Sneezy. We have a Sneezy, we have a Grumpy, and we have a Sleepy so far.
Can you do me a favor, Jen?
Yeah.
Could you pull up a picture of a white cat for me?
Of a white cat?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just need to see in what direction the fur grows. I have some ideas in my head, but
Oh, they're so cute.
oh my
Oh,
goodness
this
gracious.
one.
Yeah, big size that one
want
for
that
me.
one?
Yeah.
Stunning beauty of the cute white cat.
Yep.
That seems like AI, but whatever. It's still cute. Or no, can't stop buying our paint. Thank you. Your wallet won't stop yelling at you. Why do you guys have to have such great paints?
Because we like
Someone's
working.
got to do it, right?
Yep. I like
Might as
having
well be
a
us.
job.
Yeah.
I like having a job.
We do this so that people have jobs.
Yep. But also, genuinely, we really love making great products for you guys to
We really do. 'Cause
enjoy.
We use them all.
Yeah.
So
Turns out we're
we
also
benefit from
selfish,
that.
but in the best kind of way.
Stream immediately derailed by cat photo deep dive. I mean, you can just open Google and type in white cat, and you'll see exactly what we're seeing.
And it's adorable.
They're very cute. The one in particular that we're enjoying is from Pinterest, and it says "Stunning beauty of the cute white cat." There is certainly a way for me to show you these pictures, but it involves a lot of clicking that I am not confident in myself that I would do it correctly.
I mean, I can walk you through that
That's
if
okay.
we really want to do it, we can. Cat mode. Cat mode engaged.
Or am I saying it right when I say Orno? Started with Vallejo, and don't get me wrong, they're great paints, but I keep finding myself using more and more Pro Acryl and buying more and more. I can't get enough of Pro Acryl.
Nice. Thank you so much for becoming a pro acrylite.
Is there a
on
Twitch category for just
us.
looking up cat pics on the internet? There should be. I was saying it right? Okay, good. I get very concerned. I don't. What else did everyone do this weekend? We know about the yes or no. We know about the new game that it was Hoosiers. Yes, Hoosiers. The new game. What about everybody else?
What's the new game that Hoosiers is enjoying?
It was that one. Last Argument of King. Conquest. Last
Yeah.
Argument of Kings.
Sorry, I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yes. Nick started my latest diorama build. Can't wait to try out Pro Curl for the first time on something this big. Awesome. Wild Tomato discovered the identity of Jack the Ripper. Centuries long mystery. Solved in an escape room.
In an escape room? Nice.
Eager to check out the new Mech Warrior Clans game that came out last Thursday, Papa Chicken?
How's Jason holding up? Out of town? I'm sure
He went and saw the new Adepticon venue and raved about it. Sounds fantastic.
It looks amazing.
Looks great.
From the photos that we've
today
seen.
with some preview pictures. If you follow us on the socials, see that there. Said it's like double the size of the old venue,
which is crazy.
So
that
that'll be
venue
really nice.
Was large.
I don't know if they've. I mean, hopefully they've been able to increase the amount of tickets they make available.
Oh, I'm sure they have. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he was supposed. So yesterday he was flying from Milwaukee to New Mexico via Dallas. So he had to stop in Dallas and change planes and Dallas to like Albuquerque or something. And he needed to be in New Mexico to meet people at like noonish.
Uh-oh.
And
I know where this is going.
Yeah. So his flight was supposed to have left Milwaukee at 5:20 a.m. on Sunday morning, yesterday morning. And so Saturday night, he sent me a message. He's like, I'll just text you when I get to Dallas or whatever. And so I got up, I woke up at like 7. I'm like, oh, I wonder what time he was supposed to get there, like how long the flight is and stuff. So I looked at the calendar to see the times, and it was all weird. It was showing the Dallas to Albuquerque flight at the regular time, and it was showing the Milwaukee to Dallas flight at like 10:30 in the morning. So that flight, the calendar made it look like that flight was not even going to leave Milwaukee until after the Dallas to Albuquerque leg. Yeah. So I sent him a message. I'm like, everything okay? He's like, no, the flight was delayed. His first flight was delayed 5 hours.
5 hours?
Yeah, it was delayed 5 hours. I don't know if he knew that ahead of time or if he went to the airport at the regular time and had to sit there for the whole time.
Ugh.
He said he had been up since like 3, because that's what time he would have needed to get up to go to the airport to get there in time. But I don't know if he actually went there. But
my guess is he was probably there.
Yeah. So he had a bunch of delays. But what he really needed to do was get to Santa Fe. And so with the delay, they helped him change all his flights and stuff, make sure he could get a connection. And he was able to get a connection directly to Santa Fe.
Oh,
rather
cool.
than having to go
Go
to
through
Albuquerque
Dallas.
and then figure out how to get to Santa Fe.
Oh, got it.
Because they were all meeting in Albuquerque, and then they had a van that they were going to shuttle
To Santa Fe.
the house in Santa Fe. And yeah, so so he had a quite interesting travel day yesterday. But made it and was really, I mean, surprisingly in very good spirits the entire time, it seemed like. So he didn't
Good.
seem like he was overly annoyed or irritated by any of it. I think there's not much you can do, right? So you just, whatever, you just deal with it.
Crazy. Absolute craziness.
Yeah. But he made it there just fine. And yeah. Mo, hello.
Hello,
Welcome in.
Mo.
Won't be using it all initially, but the new location for Adepticon has almost as much total square footage as the space they hold Gen Con at. I feel like he said that the Milwaukee location for Adepticon used to be where they held Gen Con. I don't know how long ago, but that was my interpretation.
It might have been where they originally held it.
Yeah, that was my interpretation.
Yeah.
Like he was saying. At least the Milwaukee airport isn't absolutely terrible, not crazy like O'Hare, and it has a used bookstore. I don't mind O'Hare.
Because if I recall, there's a lake up there called Lake Geneva.
Yes.
And the Gen Con used to be up
that's
near
what the
there.
Gen is?
That's what the it's Geneva Convention.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. You know, when I was doing a lot of traveling for my job, I spent many times in O'Hare.
O'Hare's a good airport.
I don't mind it. It's big, it's busy, but it's easy to get around.
They have really good lunch spots too.
Oh
Like
my
they have
gosh.
that big old cafeteria space in the middle.
Yeah. My favorite is just completely Frontera. That's so good.
Oh, really?
They have really good sandwiches. Yeah.
I always just go to Jersey Mike's because it's easy and it's trustworthy.
Oh.
It's also like relatively light, but you can get a nice like full meal.
Yeah.
That's not like super heavy on the fried stuff and fat. It's not like super duper healthy for you, but it's also not terrible.
Your 1 hour flight to Warhammer Fest last year was delayed by 7 hours. I mean, you could have driven, probably, right? Gen Con originally in Lake Geneva.
Mm-hmm.
Remember seeing a flyer for it when I was a kid in Wisconsin in 1981, maybe.
Yep.
Begging my mom to go. The answer was no, of course.
For a long time. A long old time.
Considering chartering a boat. Oh, not drivable? I don't know where that event is.
Good old kitty cat. Doing the kind of like the individual hair thingamabob. Little brush strokes, kind of like this. Read that hair texture.
Vixen, Ireland, Warhammer Fest is in England. Okay. Weird event in England that got nicknamed QCon. Did it have a lot of lines?
Mm. That's a pretty good guess. Cats are so cute.
Oh, did you see that from Jade? Is that what you were just saying? No.
Oh,
Jade
no.
said I did send close-ups
Oh,
of the September challenge cat.
I did see them. They looked amazing. I'm still impressed that you did the family tartan on the cat outfit.
Nick wants to know how far you are from your Maine Coon.
Uh, done a little bit of looking, not a ton yet. Had a busy couple of weeks at home, um, but I am definitely planning on hopefully trying to pull the trigger at the beginning of the year sometime.
You doing the cat today because it's Monday and Garfield hates Mondays? Yes. I'm gonna make that little container into lasagna
Yes.
instead of candy, whatever it is, coins or
Coin
whatever.
candy. It's candy. Candy coins. Did someone just say lasagna?
I feel like cat photos are mostly an attack on those of us with cat allergies. So much cute, but also so threatening. Spitfire Miniature said, have you tried loaded brush blending?
Yeah,
Yes.
I most certainly have.
Demonstrated a couple times on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Would not know where to point you, though, to find
Oh
those
yeah,
videos,
that most certainly would
so-
not be labeled on the VOD.
Trying to learn how to do it.
Well, I can do it. I can do another demo. We have the things here for it.
Lies.
We just finish up with this color a little bit.
Panic Bomb, maybe you're Garfield. You hate Mondays and enjoy lasagna. I mean, it sounds like you're Garfield.
It just sounds like you're
It
Garfield.
does. Dreary and cozy weather today, Papa Chicken. So you're gonna make some loaded baked potato soup for dinner.
Oh,
That
it
sounds
sounds so
delish.
good.
Herb sticks still haven't replaced all my other paints with Pro Acryl. Counted it. You've got 17 Pro Acryl bottles. I'm sure you'll get more. Right now, I'm starting to paint. We're painting Space Marines with a mid-tone gray scheme. It's been going well. Awesome. Yeah, 17 not enough. You need more.
All right. What shall I do the demo on? Do it on this. Alrighty. So we've got heavy warm white. Let's take some. Let's take some Payne's Gray. I've already got it on the palette. So, the first key is to make and mix a thinner paint that you want to put on the brush with the Payne's Gray. You want it to be nice and fluid. You want to be able to get a nice amount of paint on the brush. Then, what we're going to do is we're just going to stick the tip of our paintbrush into the white. And then the idea is we start with that white, the heavy warm white, and then as we put pressure on the brush, the paint comes out of the brush onto the model and it makes it all blend together. So I'll do it again.
Emily, you say that, but you don't want that. How would you know which one is the right one?
Let me zoom in a little bit. No, you don't thin the heavy white at all. You just use it right out of the bottle. Now, I'm not super duper adept at this technique. I haven't practiced it as much as Ben and Matt have. So you can see that nice little gradient with the brighter color at the base. That's kind of the idea, right?
Oh, Spitfire said that might have been my mistake then, I think thinning. I was trying this and all the paint was basically puddling instead of brushing on.
Yep. Yeah, you have to hit the right consistency for the paint in the brush, because if you go too thin, then it just spreads out everywhere and it becomes a nightmare to paint with. See those nice little blends. And this works really well because you can get it into a nice fine area without a ton of extra work.
Ghost Hunter, you want a demo of two brush blending? Is that what you're saying? I assume.
I can do
Pop
that too.
Chicken said, would mixing a color in with heavy warm white ruin the functionality of it?
No, as long as you keep it at the same viscosity. Now, remember, when you're doing the two brush blending, or when you're doing that, you want to have it be mostly heavy warm white. But this is mostly really good for doing those bright highlights anyways. That's kind of the whole idea. But you can see how I'm able to get really quick reflective lights here.
Red Spartan wants to know if the top of the axe is a new short.
No, this was something I did on stream Friday, I think. It was just a demo on how to paint a frost weapon. It was supposed to be a sword, so the people rebelled. Let's see how quickly I can kind of make this non-metallic metal come to life.
Yeah, I don't think it was Friday. Panic Bomb saying it was Jason was still here,
Oh, okay.
and I don't remember, so I'm wondering if maybe it was Wednesday, like when I left.
Maybe. I definitely remember doing it last week. I just don't remember when.
Source said, "Aloha, new haircut, looking sharp."
Why, thank you. All right. There. Hmm. Trying to look for little spots where I can bring up the brightness with this. Definitely a very interesting type of technique. It requires a lot of understanding of how much fluidity you have on your brush in the mixture. But I think it is doing a good job so far.
Did Ben and or Matt make a video about this with their heavy colors? Or?
I believe they did.
Yeah.
Yep. So Jen, you ready to try and test your hand at a couple more shows? Or are you done
Yes.
for a while?
Like conventions?
Yeah.
No, I definitely want to go. Yeah, being at Spiel made me realize how much I missed it.
Yep.
So I'm hoping to be able to make it work for both Jason and I to be at Adepticon next year.
That was one of the ones where I'm like, I think it would be really great for you both to go to a
Yeah.
Adepticon. And the best part is because we have the crew, you don't have to worry as much about the booth.
Yeah.
We're just going to be there taking care of business.
Yep.
And then, you guys get to run around and hang out with all the people.
Yep. I enjoy hanging out at the booth. I don't mind all that part. Source,
I
yeah,
love it.
someone had asked about loaded brush, so Jordan
Yep.
did a quick demo.
Now, was there also a question about two brush blending?
Yes.
Okay.
It was something, I think it was something about can Jordan show us the two brush blending again?
Yes, I can. Also, this is a weird looking cat. I know, Source. I know.
Well, that's because you're late, Source. He was painting the cat earlier. Well,
Spitfire Miniatures.
Maybe
The brush size that I use is a size 3 for basically everything.
how much does brush size matter in something like that?
I
I mean, it probably wouldn't work with like an X10, right?
Sure, yeah. Definitely.
But anything over how small do you think?
I wouldn't go much lower than a 2 or a 3. Like this you want to have a bigger brush because you want the paint to absorb into the ferrule and be held in the belly of the brush right here. And then you use the tip for applying the heavier color on.
Makes sense.
Okay, so what are we gonna do two brush blending?
What about painting on stream, Jen? What about it, Paint Liquor? I was actually thinking I might paint maybe tomorrow or Wednesday.
That would be rad.
We'll see how I feel. See how the day goes.
So yeah, we're gonna do something fun here. We're gonna take Faded ultramarine and a little bit of dark plum.
No, it's the light right here is purple. My hand.
Ooh, I am almost out of faded plum. Turns out I use this color a lot. What do you know? Alright. So, I'm going to apply the base color here. Mixing these two colors up.
If only there was somewhere you could get more faded plum.
Yeah, faded ultramarine, dark plum. Makes a really nice, like really, really pale skin tone color. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry for a second. Do we have any other questions while we're waiting for this to dry? Jen, did you color your hair purple? That's what that was. That is a particularly bright.
It really
purple
does. No
glow.
matter what color it is, people think that I've dyed my hair. Just reflects right off of it.
You do have nice shiny hair. Makes it easy.
This yellow.
It's so
it looks
weird
red today and purple.
Oh my gosh, it does look red and purple.
Right.
What the heck?
I don't know.
I didn't even put that two and two together.
Yeah.
Still working. Is there a cattail or not? No cattail.
No, not yet. We don't know if the cat will get its tail today. Who knows? Mystery.
I'm definitely not sculpting it today. So, take that. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
How long does the paint take to dry? Depends.
Depends on how thick you put it on.
Any different cons you're hoping to attend next year? We don't have any official plans, I don't think. I know that, I mean, we'd love to attend lots of them for sure.
There are definitely some that we usually go to every year. Like
Yeah, well, we're doing all the standards.
Yeah.
So Adepticon, Gen Con, Nova Open, LVO are for sure. We do those every year.
Yep.
So actually, LVO is the first one. So that'll be coming up next in January. March is Adepticon. Gen Con is what, late July, beginning of August.
We basically get right into the season of doing all of the events, like right away.
Huh?
We just hop right into
Yeah.
doing yeah. All right. So now I can show you guys a little bit of how this works. So we're going to take a little bit more of this dark plum. And we're going to use this as our shadow color. So I'm going to start down here in the chin. throw that on there. There. This is in all the places where it would belong. We're going to clean off our brush, get it really nice and dry. And then we're going to use the back and forth motion with our brush to go into where that blend started and smooth it out. So for you to see what that looks like on a larger surface.
Maddie Sorg, good evening, Monument. First time I've been able to catch a stream. Time zones are a pain.
Get that. It is a nightmare out there sometimes.
Source, how long should I expect shipping from you guys to New York to take? Planning on buying some texture trainers that my spouse will bring home when she goes there. 5 days, maybe?
For the air primers, the spray primers?
No, textures.
Oh.
Or texture trainers.
Does it take 5 days to get all the way out to
New
New York?
Anything will take about 5 days to get to New York. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we don't really have any, like, we don't have control over the transit times. There might be a priority option that could potentially get there faster. I would say plan on five days as at the least expensive. A lot of people think that if they pay more, it'll get there faster, and that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah.
USPS kind of does what they want. They don't promise any specific delivery time frames in the shipping services that we provide. So we're always at their mercy.
What a bunch of potato people.
Hmm?
What a bunch of potato people.
What a bunch of what?
Potato people.
Potato people?
Yeah, I made up some stupid,
Oh.
mean thing to call somebody so that it wasn't actually that mean.
Jordan is demonstrating 2-brush blending right now.
Yep. Even though I'm using one brush. Adapted.
One brush.
Adapted 2-brush.
Modified 2-brush.
Yep.
USPS does what they want, and by law, only letters can go through them. So I'm breaking the law every day by sending packages, and they're breaking the law by accepting them, even though they offer shipping on boxes. I don't understand that.
See, we just lay down some color. And before that color dries, we go back in, we blend it down, and then we blend it back up.
This is Jordan, yes.
Hello.
I'm talking to Jordan via email for a couple weeks about a charity event. Good to
Oh,
put
hello,
face to the
Maddie.
name.
Good evening. If I recall, it's evening for you.
And yes, Jordan handles all of our event support. Well, the vast majority of our event support.
Some of it we do collectively as a
Yes.
group because some of those are a lot larger, or involve us having to go somewhere, which is also more complicated.
Good news, my September challenge model just shipped.
Hey.
Fantastic. You should have it right on time.
There you go. So you guys can see I'm just like throwing paint down. And then clean my brush. Have it be just ever so slightly damp. And then I start away from the model. And then I push my brush into where the paint is. And then I pull it back down.
So Red Spartan, you're saying that rather than saying only letters can go through them, it should be letters can only go through them. Like I can't mail a letter through UPS, which is accurate. Although they do have flat like document envelopes that I can use, but they'd be more expensive than just a postage stamp.
Start with a brighter color.
The texture trainers require any work before priming them, building or sanding, for instance.
No.
Yep.
So I'm doing it again up here.
I am doing just great, Fuker. How are you?
Uh-oh.
There you go.
It's 3 o'clock.
Right on time.
It's not even 3 o'clock. Light, you are wrong today.
The light maybe got turned on.
Probably did.
For a short time, the post office would ship anything, including children, through the mail.
I'm sorry, what?
This policy was quickly amended.
Why am I allowed to send a child through the mailing system?
Gotta send the kids to visit grandma. Sending them through the mail is probably cheaper than a plane ticket.
Oh my goodness.
Just poke some holes in the box, they'll be fine.
My parents paid good, cold, hard
Handful
cash
of
to send me to
goldfish
Seattle.
crackers and a pack of fruit snacks, and they'll be just fine. I have seen the Sears catalog houses. I mean, not in real life, but yes, I remember hearing that was a thing.
What was this?
That in the so back in the day before the internet,
Back in the day.
we used to do all of our shopping from things called catalogs, which are like this, like the U line.
Yep.
Is old school, and they stick to the big fat catalog.
I do remember this.
And they send these weekly, basically. I just got one today.
You guys hate those things. Oh, you should pile it on Jason's desk.
No, I'm gonna hide them. I have this one and one in my office, and probably another one in my office.
Oh my goodness.
And I need to put one in his car.
Oh my goodness.
Then I got to think of good places because. I hope he's not watching.
Oh my goodness, Jen. You know what you should do?
What?
You should find a small one if you can,
Uh-huh.
and roll up, put it in the glove box. Because then
Does
he'll
never
open
go
it
in
up.
there.
Exactly, but
Well,
when
no,
he
but
does,
that's the thing is if I put one of these in like underneath the mat or something.
right? But if you also put one in the glove box,
Yeah.
it's gonna be the longest con ever because he'll eventually open up the glove box,
Well,
and he's gonna be like, "Why is this
they've
in
been
here?"
I had put two of them on his bookshelf at home, and he didn't notice for months
Oh my
because
gosh,
he doesn't take books off of the bookshelf.
that's the real goal. Is you should hide them in places where it'll take as long as possible.
And that's the goal.
Yeah.
Is to for
How
it to
long
take
does
a
it
long
take
time.
before he notices?
Yeah. He puts them in obvious places. But now all the mail comes directly to me. People don't even give mail to him anymore. They bring it to me first.
Got
And
it.
I get home before him. So when they come, because they also come to our house. They come here and to our house. This one was from our house, but I literally got one. Matt came in and handed me one today
Oh
that came
my
here.
gosh.
So, and it was a big one like this.
Oh, I love the idea of just hiding those things in the worst places ever. Just like put one in a box of Age of Angra, like a demo copy somewhere.
Where?
in like a box of Age of Angra.
Oh yeah.
Just like, what is this doing here?
Well, but see, other people won't get it. It has to be something that Jason finds.
No, but we would do it before we went to a show.
Oh.
And it would be in one of the show ones. And he'd open it at a show.
Plates, yeah.
And be like, what the heck? I have many ideas. So if you're ever like, I don't know where I should hide this, let me know.
The core of your parents' house is actually one of those Sears houses, and then they've just expanded on it. They look like decent houses. They're like A-frame houses.
Oh. Man, that freaking Gamers Guild The Sears comment just like went back into my brain and it pulled back the Gamers Guild thread. That store is so big.
Yeah. What
It
does
is
this have
like
to do with Gamers Guild?
huh?
What does this have to do with Gamers Guild?
The Sears made me think of strip mall stuff, which I don't know.
Oh, okay.
My brain got hijacked by a random stupid thing. But yeah, toothbrush blending. You can do it with dark colors. You can do it with brighter colors.
My aunt would get them, and I would love to go to her house and, yeah, circle all the things that I wanted and fold the pages. My Christmas wish list.
Yeah, if you
And
guys,
before the computers, you had to like call a phone number and place your order over the phone.
that's awesome.
It gave people
We're mailing you a check,
to answer the exactly. Yep.
or we're sending you a thing of cash.
No, you don't send cash.
Well, did you used to?
No.
There's those checks.
Write a check.
Okay. Then don't send cash in the mail, folks.
I mean, like your grandma would throw $5 in a birthday card or something, maybe, but other than that, you don't send big, large quantities of cash in the mail.
What? I shouldn't send $5,000 to my niece in
I mean,
a package in the mail? What? What do you mean? What could go wrong,
really,
Jen?
exactly. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Let me make a list. I'm sure you could also send a cashier's check, yes. APR on those was always extortionate, like 30% or something. I would not have had any clue about any of that. Yeah, COD was a thing. You can't give me money, I don't give you your stuff.
But see how you can create a whole bunch of contrast real quick with just a little bit of toothbrush blending, guys? That's all you need to do. Super easy. Back to the cat o'clock. Baby J, what's your plan for the tail? I resculpt the little nub on the tail. Oh, good old Ross.
What happened? Oh, Ross
Ross
said his skill
from
level increased immediately when Jordan showed him a technique, and then when Jordan moved away, it dropped back down.
you want to know what the funny thing is? I'm pretty sure two brush blending was the thing that I showed him. There's some amount of irony in that. I gotta catch their podcast from time to time. I don't listen to it very often. Not really much of a podcast guy, but they're great. They're great people. Jeff is amazingly British.
Oh.
His accent is so British. I believe it's more of like a northern accent. I think every person from England that I talk to, they're always like, yeah, if it gets more twangy, it's like from up north or something like that. He is an amazing barber. Yes, that's the other crazy thing. Jeff is also a barber. By trade. That's literally his day job.
Oh, wow.
He owns a barbershop. It's funny because I was talking to him about how annoying it was that I didn't get a chance to like get my haircut before I left. He's like, I'm gonna be honest, you definitely need to get your haircut. I was like, thank you for being honest. I agree with you. I'd fly to the UK to get my haircut by Jeff.
Expensive haircut.
It's like a vacation too. Make a whole trip out of it. Would be fun though. Wouldn't it be crazy like having a thing where you're just like, I want to get my haircut in every place or in as many cities in the world as I can. That's very trusting of people.
Derpstick said I watch podcasts when I paint. I know you guys have the stream, but Jordan, if you paint at home, what do you listen to when you're painting?
TV show, movies. I was listening to Billions last night when I was painting, which is an interesting TV show on Showtime. I don't know. I watch it on Amazon. It's on there. It's fun. Very interesting show. So far, it's about I think he's not even district attorney. He is like one of the head honcho like attorneys for New York or something like that, and he is like trying to hunt down and put in jail the this like super well known like stock trader guy. I'm not super well versed with that world, so I don't really know the lingo, but it's really good. I forget the dude's name, the actor's name, but I've seen him in a lot of stuff, and he's very good.
What's the show called?
Oh, Billions. Hey, it's the head attorney guy. I don't remember the actor's name, but he's in a lot of stuff.
Paul Giamatti?
Paul Giamatti. Yep. Yep. I knew it when I heard it. Yeah, that guy's just been in like
He's been in so much
stuff.
Yeah.
Not as much like super popular stuff lately, but definitely the stuff like, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago was in a lot of really popular things. It's amazing to me how actors go kind of like in and out of like popularity like that, right? It's like you have one person who gets really popular doing a show, and then it seems like they're all the rage for the next like 7 years.
Yeah.
And they're in like everything. and then
nothing, and then they make a comeback.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Or they just switch to doing TV and they do like one really amazing TV show.
Yeah.
For a long period of time or something like that.
Game Delay said I've listened to so many movies and TV shows since I started painting, but it means I watch fewer foreign films though.
Yes. Yeah, like I can't.
You can't pay attention to the subtitles.
Yeah, like I can't do anime really unless it's dubbed.
Yeah.
I tend to rewatch shows that I've watched before or listen to shows that like don't require much visual interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So like that show's great because it's all just drama dialogue.
Yeah.
Like the visuals are just like dude talking to other dude in place.
Yeah.
And it's just like you don't need the dude talking to the other dude in the place.
See it necessarily, you just need to listen.
You can just listen to it, yeah.
Nick, I burn through audiobooks when I paint, but if I'm kit bashing, there's too much thinking going on and I'll miss entire chapters of books. That's my problem with anything I listen to if I'm trying to do other things.
Yeah.
I very much can only focus on one thing at a time. Now, there are certain things. So like when I would like make soap, for example, or if I were like making a bunch of paint sets all at one time.
Is that mixtape time?
That's podcast.
Ooh,
I can listen to
podcast
podcasts
time.
then. But otherwise I get too distracted. Like I've tried even just putting a podcast on while I clean my house and I miss a bunch of it because I'm focused on cleaning. So yeah, I have a hard time multitasking.
What when's the perfect time for the mixtape?
If I'm doing like when I do payroll, I'll put it on in my office, or if I'm doing any like desk work, I'll put my mixtape on.
Cool.
But that's what I listen to pretty much anytime. So like if I'm cleaning the house, that's what I'm listening to is music.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
I like listening to music in the car. That is where I like.
I definitely listen to music in the car for sure. And I sing. I sing pretty loud in the car when I'm by myself.
I also sing in the car when I'm by myself. I do indeed. I'm a pretty accomplished car singer.
Me too. I have a playlist called Car Performances.
Really?
Yep, just when if I know I'm going on a longer car ride, like when I go to get my haircut and I have to drive 40 minutes, I make a good playlist. It's called Car Performances. I put it on and I just sing my favorite songs the whole way.
Awesome.
All of my playlists have very unique, creative names. There's not any that are just called like songs or music or anything like that. So I have the White Girl mixtape. I have Gangsta Stitchin' when I do cross stitch, and it's all rap.
Oh my gosh.
I have Karma Karate, which is my yoga music.
Nice.
Because Jason calls yoga Karma Karate.
That's so good.
So I have that. I have
Yeah, it's so funny. Red Spartan, the attorney show you're describing sounds like one my sister would have a hard time watching. She would have a hard time watching it for other reasons. Probably because the attorneys, like they're like they're not even just like attorneys. They're like working for the like Justice Department or whatever, or like they're the U.S. Attorney's Office or whatever, and they're doing sketchy stuff. So yeah, it's like they're doing unscrupulous things to make things happen. And it's just like
nothing interesting about watching lawyers just doing like up and up lawyer stuff.
Correct.
Probably.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah. So I have fairly eclectic taste in music. It's very diverse. I have there's a wide variety of genres and eras that I like, and so I would like be listening to music and Jason would be surprised, like, oh, that's a strange thing, like to follow.
I also
kind of
have weird
with Metallica or something, who knows. And he's like, you're like a 90s college girl. I'm like, yes, I was a 90s college girl and this is the music that I listened to
and still listen to.
So White Girl mixtape.
I definitely go through like weird phases where I'm like really into a particular type of thing. Um, but I also just like go back to the stuff that I just enjoy listening. It's weird because like sometimes there are places that I enjoy listening to certain things, and like things that I enjoy, like for instance, when I'm working or I'm doing tickets and stuff like that, I'll throw on some like electronic music just because it helps me kind of zone into what I'm doing. Um, and it's just like I literally listen to the same like one like hour long track or same like 6 or 7 songs in a row, and they're just like on a loop, and it just my brain pulls away from the ADHD like nonsense, and it just zooms me in on what I'm doing, which is great.
Yeah.
I have to do it for like small spurts of time, otherwise like my brain fries out a little bit. But it is definitely very helpful when you're like, all right, I gotta do this for and only this for extended period of time.
Game Delay can confirm there's nothing interesting about watching me do lawyer stuff.
I can't confirm.
You know, here's the thing though, is that the law is very interesting, and lawyers, I'm sure, have a pretty interesting job. But even
I would be
like when you
fascinated,
see
to be honest.
real live footage of courtroom stuff, even if it's super interesting, like a super interesting case, it's never as exciting in the courtroom as they make it seem on TV.
Yeah.
You know, you watch, I don't know, but like when there was
Suits is a good example of like a
trial that's been big enough that you know, it's been televised. It's not like super dramatic. It's pretty formulaic. I mean, there's might be interesting evidence presented, but it's not like objection, you know, as dramatic as it is on TV.
Yeah.
Jade said I get annoyed watching period pieces where I can see a zipper, Velcro, or really bad seam lines, or when you can tell the laced up bodice has no boning to support the tighter lacing. I had that
happen to me the other day. I was like, I forget what I was watching, but I was watching something, and like there was this like really elaborate dress or something, and the person turned around, it was like very very clearly like had a zipper on the back, and I'm like,
I don't even know.
We're in freaking fantasy land.
The one
that's
thing
weird.
that bugged me, I don't get bogged down by movies and stuff because I know that they're made up, which is also why I'm not bothered by scary movies because it's all fake.
Yeah.
So I expect it to be, you know, like a reenactment of sorts. The one thing that bugged me though was in the first Jurassic Park movie with Chris Pratt, whatever that one was.
Oh,
and
okay.
The girl in it was is that Bryce Dallas Howard maybe? Whoever.
Well, I don't remember.
One of those redheaded actresses. She wore high heels throughout that entire movie.
Wait, what?
She had high heels on throughout the entire movie, and she's running around the park in these high heels. I'm like, no, nobody would do that. Any woman out there would take her shoes off and run around barefoot. There's nobody running that far in high-heeled shoes.
Ain't nobody running that far in high-heeled shoes. Ain't happening, folks.
Happening. And it was that bugged me about the movie. That's where I had the issue.
I can appreciate the
Dinosaurs?
idea.
Sure, why not? Who cares? It's the high heels.
I can appreciate the enthusiasm behind pretty shoes, but man,
No.
those just
They were
sound
just plain white
like
heels.
torture.
I mean, it was just stupid.
Sounds like torture to me.
Flapjack, I literally just saw a post like right before stream about a guy who ran a marathon in high heels.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know where it was, but it was a guy, and he was standing there and he was holding a pair of red high heels, and the caption was that he ran the whole marathon in those high heels. I don't know why.
I'm surprised they didn't
related
break.
To women's rights, I'm sure.
Like, how do you not break a heel doing that?
Not break your ankle.
Or also that, yeah, that one too.
To be fair, it might be interesting to have me explain lawyer stuff to you, but watching me would just be a guy, his computer, and executive dysfunction.
I mean, I definitely find the whole process to be very interesting.
The lawyer.
Well, just like the what the law does and does not account for you being able to do, and I find it really interesting. So I like watching shows about it, even though it's like fake.
Sugar Rush, your cousin does that. The woman will not take off her heels for anything. She's 4'10". But if she were being chased by dinosaurs, she would probably. The actress gave some BS reason for her character wearing high heels. Probably because they paid her to be in that movie. Like, yeah, they gave me a lot of money, so I wore the high heels.
Hmm. It's a cat. Cat's coming along. We're painting up the cat. It's a cat we're painting on the street today. It's a cat. Ooh, yeah.
Where are the cat's hind legs? Are they covered up like by her hair or something?
Yeah, I think the idea is that the
They're
cat's
there,
like
tucked under,
tucked
yeah.
under. That's a good question, because you said that and I was like, huh, I never noticed that before.
Forever after didn't know what you were talking about until you mentioned dinosaurs. Then I knew. My wife and I had big laughs over her running through that whole movie in her kills. Right? No one would do that. Cancel it. So random.
Just for the exposure.
It was supposed to be Gabe that was going to find the tail.
Gabe was unable to find the tail.
Did he actually look? I don't think he actually looked.
He did. I can assure you, he and Philip and Kyle were out there looking for probably 10 to 15 minutes.
No, seriously?
I swear to God. I swear that is exactly what happened. Cross my heart. Ask Gabe. He's in the other room. He can attest that they looked for like 15 minutes.
That's crazy.
They wanted Chipotle. What can I say? And I wanted a cat tail for the cat on the model in the stream. You still have that photo up of the cat? I want to sort out these eyes for the cat real quick. Oh, nice and icy blue.
Pink nose.
Oh, pink nose indeed. It's definitely a different kind of cat, but whatever. Are there any short hair cat breeds that are like powder snow white like that? Well, I guess right there on the left. Yeah. Wow, that's a cute cat too. That's also a cute cat. Oh no. Very cute cat. Very few white cats have 2 blue eyes. Even fewer cats have 92% of the tail.
Oh, that's true.
Ooh, oh yeah, yeah. Shall I give this cat 2 different colored eyes?
Ooh, that would be cool. This one is a short.
Jen, what shall we dub the cat? The cat must receive a name. Don't listen to chat. This is a Jen decision.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not good at.
You don't have to figure it out right now.
Stumpy.
Stumpy. See? Don't listen to chat. Dubs.
Bob.
Bob? Bob the cat? Is that your final answer?
Oh no, that was Ghost Hunter.
Oh,
I
okay.
do like a Dog the Cat. Good name.
Dog the cat?
Yeah, I do like animals with like very common human names. Like
Jeffrey?
once had a dog named Dog. My cousin had a dog named D.O.G.
D-O-G.
Yeah. They said it really fast, like D.O.G. Mouse the cat.
I do like in one of my favorite book series is the Dresden Files, and the main character has a dog, and it's one of those huge like Siberian shepherds, the freaking massive, super fluffy ones. It's called Mouse.
Mouse.
Yeah. Boy, that is so on the nose.
Fawn stay at our house overnight and named it Not a Dog.
These guys are all being so
Someone's
loud.
bouncing a basketball.
Oh, they're labeling.
Oh, probably, and the door must be.
Yeah. Sounds like bottles of Procurol dropping into a box. Cat. It's a cat. This cat has 2 different colored eyes. Alright, we got one golden eye.
Catty McCatface. What if the cat has taken over this woman's body like the fungus that reanimates dead ants? I'd call it voodoo.
Here you go. That's pretty close to the right color. Alright, and then we probably just want like sky blue or something for that blue eye.
cat. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. Make it look like the cat in the picture. Starting with like this slightly darker. I mix a little bit of Payne's gray into both of these colors just to have a nice like dark base to work from. Build up the fragment. See the color on top?
Cordyceps, best fungus out there.
Man, you know, I need to watch that show again.
Simon says, take off your face. Oh, that's funny. I like that. Or you got to name it something like cupcake or something, something cutesy.
Cheese ball. Cheese puff. Cheeto puff.
Cheese puff.
Cheese puff. Cheese puff the cat. Cheese puff the cat.
Do you have ideas for cat names, or is it going to be like you have to see the cat first?
I feel like I probably need to see the cat first. I don't want like a silly, stupid name. Not really like my cup of tea for like genuine like animals that exist in my life. But I don't hate the idea of like naming it after a popular character in a show or something that I like, right? That doesn't bother me.
My cup of tea is not a good cat name.
But Earl Grey, we're just calling it. If you have like a gray cat and calling it Earl Grey, but just like nicknaming it Earl. Yeah. Like we just shorten it to Earl.
Face Off, like the movie. The cat shall be called Nick Cage.
Oh gosh.
Earl Grey on a gray cat? Yes. Okay, let's get this man a cat. Dogs are named Arthur, Judith, and Nathaniel. Not sure what that says about my wife and I, but I'm sure it says something loudly. Any new cat in our house will be Meow Tongue, aka Chairman Meow. That's amazing. That's a really good name.
I don't know. I might have to name at least one of the cats Old Man Ironwood just to piss Christopher off. Oh. Christopher would not be so happy.
I don't understand the joke, but
they have heard us talking about it before. But they also will probably appreciate me playing a joke on Christopher.
Yeah.
I would appreciate me playing a joke on Christopher.
My animals have always had pretty standard animal type names.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, my dogs were Macy, Remington, who I called Remy.
That's cute.
Remy.
Yeah.
The boy. And then we had my mom's dog for a long time, and she was Bella, which is a very common animal name.
Yeah.
And then I had a cat named Marley, but it was spelled in a unique way because it was actually named after Dan Marley, who used to play for the Phoenix Suns, who was my favorite basketball player. Old Man Ironwood would quickly become just Woody.
I hope not.
Cats are Mocha, Cub, and Mercury. We had a large cat once. His name was Tiny. Credit the 5-year-old who named it when it was a kitten. Christopher is a saint, and his motto is a space marine. Ghost Hunter said Chris Masucci is a good man. His mother is a real nice lady. She was a space marine.
You say that, and I hear his voice in my head.
I I don't get it. Macy, Remington, and College White Girl. White Girl mixtape.
We had a day where I think you and Jason were both gone, and Christopher was producing on stream for me, and he kept on saying his motto was a space marine or something silly like that in one of his silly
voices. Yeah.
Yeah. And that she was a really nice lady.
Buster, Willie, and Penny. After my mom named Willie, she realized what our last name is and how it works with Willie. Willie Nelson. That's a good name. Oh, it's 3:35.
Oh, okay.
3:35.
All right then. All right then, Jen. Good to know. Duly noted.
T. Schmid, lately you think you want a cat?
I definitely want a cat.
You and Jordan gonna be Maine Coon buddies? My friends have a lot of cats and they're all sweet mostly. That's the cool part of the cat, is that sometimes they're jerks.
Is that a cool part of cats?
Yeah, I think so. That's one of the things I like about them. Now they can't be jerks all the time, but you expect it. Cat's not a jerk once in a while, then you think there's something wrong with your cat.
Or you just have a dog.
That's true. Are you really a dog?
There we go. We got a cat.
Looks like a cat. That cat is probably cranky though, because
Mayhaps. Mayhaps you are right.
oh, here's the guy who ran the Chicago Marathon in high heels.
Oh goodness.
He did it to raise awareness of domestic abuse. Cause, I guess. Oh, he was trying to break the Guinness World Record for fastest marathon in high heels by a male. There you have it.
Have a little bit of bold titanium white. Just a wee bit. Just a dash. What a lovely color. It works so good. Everybody needs it in their life. Hmm.
You guys going to the gym today?
I do not have gym clothes today, so I will be bowing out. But I will be going on Wednesday.
What's your regular schedule gonna be? You guys have a
Yeah, we want to do like Sunday, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that.
Oh.
Might try and do a little bit of stuff at home tonight just to try and feel better about missing the day, but do some squats or some crunches or something.
that white's making a big.
Yeah, I'm
That's
using
really
it in conjunction with a little bit of the white blue, so that it's not just pure old titanium white.
The Flake Senpai, we have a firm. Will allow you to split your payment. But otherwise, it's not going anywhere. It'll still be here when you're ready.
Mm-hmm. It's a cat. It's a white cat. This cat has a very cat-like expression. It's
I mean, it
the
looks so much like the one in the picture.
It really does. Nice. That's a cat. I like it.
Oh, Chuck. I'm glad that you didn't. Chuck said I just finished and then promptly almost broke my first monthly challenge model.
Oh no.
This is your first one, really? Like when you say your first monthly challenge model, you mean this is gonna like October is the first time you've ever entered? Oh, awesome.
I think we've gotten a bunch from Jade. I don't think we've ever gotten one from Chuck.
Oh, clearly not. Saying this first one.
Cool.
We're done it. Well, that's exciting.
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, I'm glad that you didn't break it. Put it in a safe place. Keep it away from the cats.
Yeah. I may or may not have glanced at the challenge.
Oh, did you?
This stuff today. I didn't I didn't say anything, but I perused a little bit, and I definitely saw some names that I have not seen do challenges before.
Nice.
So, hi.
Right, I like it.
I'm very excited.
Yep, Maddie. Every month in our Discord, beginning of the month, we announce a brand new challenge. We have the whole month to. There's going to be a prompt that starts it, so there's always something to get you going and thinking about what you want to paint. And then you have the whole month to paint it, and then at the end of the month you post a picture of your finished model, and then we on a stream we take some time and we go through and look at all the entries and give out some small prizes sometimes. Most of the time, always. So it's super fun. We'll put the Discord link up now. You want to check it out? There's a section of the Discord called the Challengers Den. You'll see each month. The pinned post will have the description.
Mm-hmm.
They are truly just for fun, and a way to get you to paint in maybe a style that you don't typically paint in, or use colors that you don't normally use. Lots of fun.
Cat looks so cat-like.
Very cat-like.
The it's like weird to say that the cat has a facial expression, but it does feel like it has a facial expression,
Yes.
and it is exactly the way
They do.
that cat looks.
Yeah.
It's like the yep, I'm listening, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm here with you,
Yeah.
but I don't care. Yep, yep, keep on going. Yep. Awesome. Like, this cat is definitely doing that to you right now. He's like, yep. Let's go. Keep it coming. The thing I can do as well is I can start getting some of this hair black around. The cat will also make the cat feel more cat-like.
Ernie, I'm loving the extra bit of motivation to get stuff done that the challenge is providing me. Awesome.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, when you have like a start date and an end date and a goal in mind, sometimes that's really helpful.
Sometimes it's all you need. Okay, use the bigger brush now. Because I don't want to spend 10 million years painting black on this hair. This lady has some serious hair. This is some long, luscious hair.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would deal with having hair that long. It just sounds like so much work.
Hmm.
I was like, I don't know how I'd feel to have to deal with hair that is this long.
That's, yeah.
It would feel like so much work.
Beauty is work, Jordan. Sheesh.
I mean,
It's true.
yeah, I'm also a guy. We do that in as little time as humanly possible, on average. We are not well known for our interest in taking long periods of time working on our hair in the morning.
Forever After said I had hair nearly that long in my 20s. The day I cut it all off, I swore never to let it get that long again, and now I shave it all off.
Yep, sounds about right.
It is, in fact, a pain in the butt, and I don't even really take care of mine as much as I probably should. Then again, mine is not nearly as luscious.
This is a lot. Like a lot of hair.
Long hair like that, you find it everywhere.
I bet.
It's all over your
I
house.
bet.
Clogging up the drain. Terrible. Waste of time.
Waste of time. just don't let it grow out, Chad.
Cutting your long hair off 20 years ago was 100% a great idea. Just Christopher. He still feels like cutting his hair was a great idea. It isn't so bad until you accidentally tuck it into your pants. It looks good.
Yeah, I like how this is turning out. The hair needs a lot of work. There's a lot of like subtlety in this hair, and I already have it too bright.
Ooh, I mean, Jason talked about that once, right? How he
Which
was
one?
working on something and his hair, he had long hair and his hair got stuck in it and he like took his
Oh yeah,
shop
you like literally
knife
just cut it
cut
off.
his hair off.
Yep. I think that's the one where he stopped having long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like almost killed him or something.
Avian, this is where you say hi, baby J and Jen.
Hi, Avian.
Hi. And it's gonna pretty soon be where you say bye, baby J and Jen, because we're almost done.
We are almost done.
It's getting to be that time.
The days fly by.
Who we're gonna raid? I think Kenny is on the base.
He usually is. Gonna go look after the kids for a minute. Make sure that nobody's doing anything untoward.
Oh.
Get out safely. Nothing about nothing. Hi guys, just ordered almost all of your greens. Could you tell me what a good combo for a base coat on some Death Guard? Thinking camo green with yellow green and highlights. Thanks in advance. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think camo green, yellow green highlights is really good too. I really like going from there to like faded green is really nice to get that kind of like pale highlight for your Death Guard. And then from there on out, you can use glazes and washes and stuff to dirty them up, make them feel real gross. You have the tons of different options available to you. You can mix in some khaki, or you could use the faded green, like I mentioned. You could just go to like bright yellow green if you really wanted to have that crazy green punch. All right, I like how that's starting to look. Mixing in a touch of the white blue here. Bringing up the vibrancy just a touch. We want to create that nice reflective layer on the skin, or on the hair. Boom. Got plenty of news already. Thanks again, of course. Yeah. Doing hair is one of the most difficult stuff for me because hair does not shade. Yeah, hair is so difficult to do right. It it has such a soft, silky shine to it that's really, really difficult to replicate well. And I think part of it is because I think we all try and go a lot brighter than the reflection actually ends up being. For one. And then figuring out where the light placement is on hair is just so weird and difficult. I'm not great at it. I have to use a lot of reference. In fact, I wish I had a good piece of reference right now for what I'm doing, just so that I could figure out, have a better understanding of what these highlights look like on hair and how bright they get, things like that. Placement is obviously really important as well. But you also want to paint it in batches. You don't want to necessarily start with the L'Oreal boxes. Yeah, that's actually funny but true. But you definitely want to paint the hair as like a whole volume, right? So imagine if this was all one smooth shape, but it still had like waves in it, right? Figuring out how the light hits that shape and reflects off is really important. And making sure that there's consistency all over the model as to where that light is coming in and reflecting, so that you can have it feel like it is all correct, right? So like this all goes around this way, and this goes down here. This part can be separate from this. This I did here mostly to continue this line of highlights, but it should actually probably be closer to like here instead of going down here. This is all going to be covered here, so I need to figure that out. But I think we're in a pretty decent spot for the hair right now. It just doesn't get super duper bright. Thanks, Paint Liquor. Prime arrived today. Heck yeah, bud. Patiently waiting for the painting of the box. Hello. Welcome back. I take it everybody is alive and off homeward bound.
Mostly.
All right. Think that this is a good stopping point for today, folks. I think it's time that we get some delicious links into chat. And
Delicious.
they're
Don't
delicious.
confuse people.
You can't buy anything editable at the links, but they are delicious. Maddie, so great to see you in person. Well, I guess from this side at least. I appreciate your kind words about the paint job. Feel free to join us anytime. It's an absolute pleasure. To everybody else who is also new here, hello, welcome. Constantine Jones, thank you for the follow. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I know today was a little bit of a slow one. Mondays are, people still kind of getting their feet back from the weekend. I'm feeling great though, so I'm excited to carry on tomorrow at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Just like all the same time that we do every day during the week, Monday through Friday. So come join us whenever you can. Jen has placed a bunch of links into the chat for you. Make sure you check out the Monument Store link where you can find all the amazing products that we've been using to paint all these miniatures today. Well, I guess miniatures. Yeah, I've painted multiple. Mm-hmm. And then you can find the store locator. If you want to support your local game stores, which we fully support, make sure you check out the store locator.
That's a really great option for those of you who live outside of the U.S. as well. We do have stores all over the world.
What Jen said. And then make sure you guys join the Discord. We talked a little bit about the Discord challenges. We've got one coming to an end here soon at the end of October. So make sure to join us for the challenge review at the beginning of November. And we've got the Monument Hobbies YouTube channel. Make sure you guys check that out. It's got all the live stream VODs on it. So if you want to watch any of the old VODs, you can catch them there. As well as all of our video tutorial content. Thank you so much, guys. We're going to find somebody to read.
That's some good 70s and 80s, easy listening. I love it.
Easy listening. We're going to find you guys some easy listening in the form of a raid.
The soothing sounds of Kenny Boucher.
The dulcet tones of Kenny Boucher. All right. Thank you guys so much. We will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.